power dynamic between the two is real.
Look at this shit.
And what happened?
No, I don't think any young man should get up on here and demonstrate himself like this. But look at this shit. He's eccentric. This is the way that he likes to have fun, I guess. And this is not as much tolerated with black women, with young black women. It is not. All right?
Now, y'all want to know one of the worst things that can happen to a man's pride?
What's that?
Is being told by thousands of people not to do something, only for you to do it and end up finding out that they was right.
The NFL season is about to start, and Travis Hunter will be playing both ways, cornerback and wide receiver.
Okay.
And we've already seen glimpses of him doing so in the preseason. Things seem to be doing very well for the young man. His wife, Lee Ellen Nene, is now an NFL wife. She's been active with the other wives on the Jacksonville Jaguars roster. A lot of ladies love her Get Ready With Me videos on TikTok, and she's a fan favorite amongst many women in the Gen Z audience.
Of course.
Just as the couple was starting to matriculate into their marriage,
My man
some
Travis.
bad news came about.
That boy happy.
Travis Hunter's wife is filing for divorce already. They only been married 3 months. I don't even think it's been 3 months yet. And she filing for the divorce already.
Oh, wait a minute, guys. Travis Hunter is getting a divorce?
What?
I mean, it literally couldn't be true. I was typing all over TikTok. I kept seeing video after video after video after video that Travis Hunter was getting divorced. And it's ironic that he was getting divorced if that was true, because he just got married no longer than 90 days ago. Oh, I remember.
Hold up, just real quick before we continue on.
Married no longer than 90
My
days.
man Travis, why has no one memed him doing this yet? Like, this should be memed as you about to lose half your shit in about 3.5 years dance.
Days ago. Oh,
That boy
I
happy.
remember. He didn't sign
Didn't
the
get that prenup.
Stupid.
But I saw another video and I pressed play.
So a little birdie told me that Travis Hunter's wife, aka Lena,
Baby girl, you got to slow down with the donuts, all right? It shouldn't sound like you can breathe underwater as you're doing a TikTok video. Stop it. And it's also like, as to be someone who's doing something in pop culture, in entertainment, in sports, what have you, and to have TikTokers that can talk so freely about, it's got to be infuriating. Like just random, baby girl, get off the
wife, aka Lena,
take a breath,
said
baby.
that she is filing a divorce. Why so soon?
All of these videos insinuate that Travis Hunter should have known better. And it just kept getting worse.
So Travis Hunter really married that woman after everybody told him not to? Now he on the internet crying because she about to sue him for some money. This said she won $40 million. Everybody warned him that she was going to take his money. I'm very much confused.
We warned him.
On because at the end of the day, he didn't want to listen.
So again, I started looking on Google. I started asking AI. I was trying to find any evidence of this particular situation happening.
Yeah.
And I really had a hard time confirming it, but it just kept coming up on TikTok. Now, let me just say this. A lot of people on TikTok make a lot of bad content and you know, spread false rumors. But man, when I heard it from this NBA legend, I was floored.
You know, as a 21-year-old young man, like, what's some advice you would give me? Like, just to evolve and become my best self.
Become your best self.
Just don't be Travis Hunter.
That's actually wild to have Dennis Rodman up on here with the incredible mistakes that this brother has made throughout his life, on here with red nail polish, with a red beard, piercings on every orifice of his body, talking shit about Travis Hunter. Now, albeit he's not wrong, baby, but that's just, it's wild to me. People commentating when you ain't got skeletons in your closet. You got a whole crypt in your closet, baby. Dennis
I'm sorry,
Rodman.
breaking news. What the hell? Sorry about that, guys.
Now, that's Dennis Rodman. So, yeah, everybody knows who Rodman is, right?
Yeah.
Even Rodman is talking about Travis Hunter. So if somebody like Dennis Rodman
It
is
must
talking
be
about
true, right?
it must have some level of validity. If it doesn't have any level of validity, why would somebody believe it?
He's right, you know.
Let's assume that Jay-Z and Beyonce
Okay.
were getting a divorce, right?
Yeah.
And let's say that it wasn't true, but you heard the rumor. Would you actually believe that Jay-Z and Beyonce were getting a divorce?
Depends.
No, you wouldn't believe it because that couple's been together for quite a long time. And despite the problems that they may have, it's easy to recognize that there's a level of mutual respect. Now, just like you see with Travis Hunter and Leanne Lene, the same argument about the beauty and the beast looks are evident with Jay-Z and Beyonce. A lot of people believe that if Jay-Z wasn't rich, he would have never got Beyonce. And the same thing can be said about Travis Hunter and Leanne Lene. But we would never believe that Beyonce and Jay-Z would be getting a divorce. But when you say that Travis Hunter is getting a divorce from Leanne Lene, and she basically initiated the divorce,
This guy got a bombing
it's
on.
not hard to believe. It's very easy to believe, even if it's a lie. So then, let me ask you a question. Why would it be easy to believe a lie?
I mean, yeah, it's easy to believe a lie, I guess specific to this case, because of the insurmountable evidence of the true nature and the true character of who she is. I mean, dancing in like rap videos, the way that she's treated him, on live streams. So it's easier to believe the obviously super gullible rose-colored glasses nature of a Travis Hunter. So it's easier to believe it. Although after 3 months asking for $40 million, that's when I first heard the story and I was just like, wait a minute, you can't do that after just 3 months. So that's why when I heard it, I took a double take.
And I think that we have some of the answer. Tasha K's daughter went to high school with Travis Hunter.
Okay.
So the daughter knows who he is and they know each other. But Tasha K brought out some pretty interesting information.
My daughter went to school with him. So this Travis Hunter and his wife, Leanne. My daughter said she's not surprised that he married her because that's all he liked. That's all he dated while they went to school together.
Okay.
He didn't look at black girls. Because I was just like, well, do the black girls like him?
Good question.
And she was like, Mom, like, we don't really look at looks, we're totally in from the chakras on out.
What?
Like he's just wasn't into us.
Bullshit.
Number one, Travis Hunter was never interested in black women from the jump.
I don't believe
He
that.
always wanted somebody that was mixed or mulatto or very exotic looking.
No, that's not what
Okay?
happens.
Now, what does that tell me about Travis Hunter as a young man? It tells me that he believes mixed or light skin is better. All right. Now, what happens to men who put exotic looking women on the pedestal?
Look at this brother.
The power dynamic between the two is real.
I completely disagree with good old brother O'Shea Duke Jackson over here on this particular point. I don't think it's like that at all. What I tell the young men on this channel is to go where you are respected. And it's clear to me, especially if you look at what's considered cool in the modern black culture as it exists today, Travis Hunter does not fit in that stereotypical, right? Like, so when Tasha K's daughter is saying, we don't care about looks, we just look at aura. What they're looking at is aura. And his behavior, look at this dude dancing right here. Hold on. They call that corny. They call that lame. They call this weirdo behavior. Let's call a spade, O'Shea. I love you, my brother. I completely disagree. Now, there are some dudes as well that just have preferences. Maybe they have preferences for a lighter skin tone. Shit, we look at the Pop the Balloon all of the time. And oftentimes you'll see the women Xing off a light-skinned dude because she would prefer a dark-skinned dude. No one complains about it then, but they complain about it when it's reversed. Okay. Now, he could just have a preference, but I think that because of his behavior, the way that he demonstrates himself, the fact that he probably likes anime, he probably likes to play video games, right? And all of those things are admonished largely, specifically, just within the black community. Let's keep it a spade. Meanwhile, if you go into other communities, you can more so easily find a girl that'll sit down and play video games with you or watch some anime with you.
Power dynamic between the two is real.
Look at this shit.
And what happens?
No, I don't think any young man should get up on here and demonstrate himself like this. But look at this shit. He's eccentric. This is the way that he likes to have fun, I guess. And this is not as much tolerated with black women, with young black women. It is not. All right? Go where you are respected at the end of the day. The way that you think or like to have fun or have joy within your life, within your old culture and community is not respected, it's survival of the fittest out here. All right? Go somewhere else, baby.
Says that man typically doesn't
Look at
mind
this guy.
spending more money to be around her or to have her.
Look at it.
That man doesn't
Oh,
mind
no, Travis. Hold on.
spending more money to be around her or to have her.
Yeah.
That man doesn't mind going
Yeah.
head over heels, in love to do whatever she needs him to do. He probably wouldn't do that for a black chick, but the reality is he's willing to pay an extra price. And Anna Lene understands that power dynamic exists between the two of them.
The power dynamic here is that he is just head over heels in love with this young woman. Now his pride's into it. Now he sees all these naysayers saying things about his chick, which I think is fundamentally true. And then also, she's an attractive young lady. His nose is wide open. His nose is wide open, and now he can't see the forest beyond the logical trees. And a young lady like her, taking a look at all the other options out there, done with the rappers that put her in videos and shit like that, and came across someone that is going to be one of the wealthiest athletes to ever do it at his position. And she's like, listen, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Really, 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 really excited to finally have a woman that he believes is beautiful to be on his team. It's the God's honest truth. That's exactly what Travis Hunter is doing. So if you're a woman and you understand that power dynamic and you have it over the man, what can you do? You can do a lot, like get away with cheating, being disrespectful, belittling your man in public. And Travis Hunter has allowed her to do all of those things in the past.
Yeah.
Because Travis Hunter doesn't like black women in the historical sense. Travis Hunter likes mixed women, and he doesn't mind being disrespected to get a mixed woman. The problem is you might be able to get a lady, but you won't keep the lady. And that's also true because we've seen evidence of Leanna Lene in a time period that they were quote unquote together, date other men.
That's wild.
Grind on other men.
That's wilder.
There's been evidence that she probably spent the night at somebody's house, and so this happened. So yeah, all of that is evident and it's clear. But the next point Tasha K makes.
Before he goes over to the next point, I was taking a look at her Instagram. Her comments are currently disabled. And the first thing that I thought to myself when I looked at, now you guys already know I go over to Instagrams all day in order to take a look at their digital footprint in the way that they demonstrate herself. And there's so many other things in here that I would immediately be able to look at and say to myself, she ain't the one, Chief. Why does she even still have an Instagram account? Now, I know there's a lot of young ladies that's going to be down up in there like, insecure. Why can't she have? But tell me, he's the public figure. Your role and duty at this junction is to ensure that to the public, this man appears taken care of. To ensure that to the public, you are being a dutiful wife. To ensure to the public that you are demonstrating yourself as a woman that is worthy of modesty, that you are demonstrating yourself to the public that you are a woman that is worthy of him getting out on bended knee. I take a look at this shit right here and I say, in a couple of years when they get invited to like award shows and shit like that, she's gonna be half the goddamn naked. Why is her shit this short? Why? You already married, baby girl. Get off the internet. Get off the Instagrams. All right. Who are you advertising for? Who? It don't make no goddamn sense to me. We should not know what your rack looks like. We should not know that you have tattoos on your chest. We should not know that you have tattoos all on the top left of your hip. We shouldn't know these things. But this is the bullshit. They still want to be seen. They still want DMs. They still want to be validated. They still want people to know about, like, what's the point? You already won the game, baby. You tricked them. All right. You already won the game. Get off of the internet. And for that, I will forever challenge women like this true intentions when especially their actions are not aligned to their words. The behaviors are not aligned to the things that they are telling the young man. Women who project themselves like hoes should never be turned into a housewife. I'm trying to tell you, it will bite you in the ass. Run. But make sure that when you run, you remove all of your private information off of these public damn websites. Quick emergency meeting. I was recently searching for my name online and found way too much personal information, which brought me down this weird rabbit hole of how that could have happened, and found out that there's companies out there called data brokers that will sell your data to marketers, scammers, and even stalkers. And it's a nasty, disgusting feeling knowing that there's bad actors out there selling my information, selling your information for profit. But that's why I'm recommending today's sponsor, Aura. Now, I use Aura to automatically remove my information from these sites and keep my information off. But they do other things as well, such as bank fraud and identity theft alerts, VPN access. But guys, utilize my link down in the description box down below for a 14-day trial. At least see if you've been compromised. Privacy is king in this day and age, and you should know if your information is out there. So again, utilize my link, aura.com/MTR, in the description box down below to try 2 weeks free. That's way more than enough time to see if your personal data has been exposed. Go now. If you got into a situation knowing that your lady likes to project herself like an easy young lady on the internet, she won't change, she will not remove her digital presence for fear of losing out on the attention, visibility, and validation, then tries to gaslight you as if the way that she's demonstrating herself is normal or is of marriageable material, run. Anyway, let's get back up into the content.
It's quite shocking.
I said, well, she is older than him. You got an older woman that's been out here for a while, and you know,
she's
there's
knowledgeable.
plenty of videos on Twitter of her just being experienced with other men her age and everything like that. So for her to bounce back to a younger guy, maybe because the reputation was just a little bit handled, and when she got one that was just a little young and naive and possibly virgin in a lot of ways, she did what she had to do. She trying to get, she trying to get married before she turned 30.
Trying to
So
have
she
a good
don't
life.
wore it out.
In this case,
Look at this.
she brings up another point. Leanna is a little bit older than Travis Hunter Jr.
Okay.
And because of her reputation amongst men her own age, I mean, there are some allegations of working as a bartender at a strip club. I mean, obviously, we've seen the videos of her popping her booty on other dudes. You know, basically, it looks like sleeping around. Well, guys her age might be like, yeah, man, I mean, she cool and all, but she a 304, letting everybody clap. Yeah, I mean, it's easy to say something like that is the truth, right? So her reputation was already down bad and wasn't nobody taking her seriously. But Travis Hunter, who basically had a whole lot of promise, really wanted to be with her. And hey, he did take her serious. And so she was like, look,
Damn, the cleanup guy.
Whatever I've done in the past, it really don't matter now, because look at what I got now. I got Travis Hunter and I'm rich. And so the power dynamic is twofold. Number one, I'm a mulatto. I look better than him. And he's not that attractive to me. And then number two, basically, I'm older than him and nobody else would deal with me, but he'll deal with me. So I thought
he was going to go that she's older, therefore she know the game a little bit better. So therefore utilizes, these subtle manipulation tactics. If you look at compilations of the way that she treats him, like on the TikTok and shit like that, the way that she talks to him, it seems as though she's setting up that he will never be good enough for her, right? So he's constantly clamoring for her attention. He's constantly accepting of bad behavior. And she has the opportunity to be able to do that, number one, because she probably has fantastic viscous innards. And then number two, she's attractive. She's aesthetically pleasing. And because his nose is so goddamn wide open and he falls into the simp territory, and his inability to believe that there could be women or just people in general out there that could be manipulating him or trying to scam him, right? When I look at Travis Hunter and I look at his behaviors, I see a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, smiling all the time, right? He hasn't hit the reality of human beings yet. And shit, the majority of us that grew up in good households, relatively good households, we come to a point where it hits us. It hit me in college. But we come to a point where it hits us where the wool gets ripped from under our eyes, and then we begin to look at the world just a little bit differently. unfortunate thing for him is he's gotten married to her before the wool got ripped open.
Basically, as Leanne, she's in it from a position of strength. This is why when people said that she allegedly broke up with him, everybody believed it because she's operating from an extreme sense of power.
And that's what you never want to be.
A very powerful situation, if you ask me, especially if you're a man dealing with a woman. This is almost like insane. But however, this rumor, from what I can see, it is not true.
It's not true, yeah.
However, it doesn't mean that this rumor in the future could not be true.
Yeah.
I honestly believe that if you're going to get into a relationship, and I do understand sometimes somebody likes somebody more than the other person, but at least there should be some level of parity in the relationship. There is a disparity in the relationship between Leanne and Travis Hunter Jr. All right. It's obvious. It is more catered towards her having what she wants than him. And that's why everybody's going ahead and running with this lie.
I wish O'Shea would have played that video just a little bit more, because in this original video, her with the car, like, she barely was happy. Like, this guy got you, I believe that's a Brabus Hummer, right? And there wasn't a run over, a hug, a kiss. She know the game well, and she's playing it to a damn T.
Having what she wants than him. And that's why everybody's going ahead and running with this lie. And Travis Hunter is probably really pissed off, but there's not much he can do about it. So guys, what do you think?
Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Guys, I'll leave a link down to the full video. All right, well, my commentary on it down in the description box down below. Go up there, tell him MTR sent you. All right, take a look at all of the content on the brother's channel. The brother continues to put out high quality content that seems to continuously get better. I don't agree with the basis of O'Shea's first point, the mulatto thing. I think you need to go wherever you are respected, and if your behavior or the way that you act, if it's not aligned with corporate Tupac within black culture, many of the young women will castigate you to the side. Shit, one of my best friends, he about to actually marry a Latina woman. Throughout his whole life, all I've seen him date is Latina and white women. And then I look at his behavior. He's way more of a quiet guy. He likes to read and shit like that, right? Like, and a lot of that is not him selecting, but him getting done dirty by black women before in his life. And then he's just like, well, let me go see if there's greener pastures over there. And then he found personality traits, characteristics that are more so, he likes to go to like EDM concerts. Like, that's the shit that he liked to do. Love the brother to death. And he's super damn smart, right? But like, his behavior doesn't align to what is considered cool within the culture. So he went elsewhere. I think a lot of that has to do with Travis Hunter, not necessarily this mulatto beneficial value argument that O'Shea is making. But then the second one about the disparity within the relationship. And listen, that disparity is exactly why there's that phrase that P runs the world. That's why that it exists, because you can get a guy that has accumulated all of these monies due to his talents, right? And then to him be, have his head down around a young woman just because she's a young woman. It's absolutely insane to me. Nevertheless, I want you guys to light up the comment section down below. What is it that you think about this whole Travis Hunter marriage crisis, right? If it's not true, it's not true. But when do you think that it will be true? Because I guesstimate in about 4-ish years, or maybe because of the strength disparity, maybe it'll never happen because he'll never initiate it, either due to the perception to the outside world, right? Like maybe it's like a Will and a Jada situation where you just don't want to take that brand hit, or just due to his own internal discipline that we already know that he has watching him on the field, that he'll never leave. But depending upon the state, maybe she can invoke no-fault divorce, and then it'll get interesting. So I don't want to wish bad on them, but the tea leaves is all over the wall, so I'll keep you guys updated on it, all right? Until next time, YouTube. Peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.